Hi, Shane here. You're watching Sam for God, and this is Mark. Check her out.
So hi guys, how you doing? A couple of weeks ago I went to the cinema to see the new Disney film called Big Hero 6. Now I really didn't know what to expect from this film. It's the first follow-up pretty much from Frozen, and Frozen did so well that Big Hero 6 had quite a lot to live up to, and I went in thinking that I was hopefully going to enjoy it, but it didn't seem to me as something that I would love. And wow, I was wrong. I absolutely love this film. It's definitely one of the best Disney films I've seen in recent years. I basically thought the movie was perfect, pretty much, and I'm going to explain to you why in this video. First off though guys, do you like my little Baymax here? He's so cute. He's a bit small. I would have preferred it if he was a lot bigger, like actual, life size. That would be amazing. But I still love him. He's really cute and soft and huggable. Anyway, so Big Hero 6 has a bit of a vague name, especially if you're not familiar with Marvel characters, which I wasn't before seeing the film. But it's basically set in this place called San Francisco, which is a mix between Tokyo and San Francisco, which was a bit weird. I wasn't the biggest fan of that, to be honest. But the scenery looked amazing. Like, there were scenes where you could see the Golden Gate from San Francisco, and then there were scenes where you could see like really massive skyscrapers from like Tokyo. It looked really awesome, but I wonder why they decided to mix them two cities out of all the cities in the world. I mean, it looked really cool, don't get me wrong, but it was just a bit weird. Anyway, so it's about this boy called Hiro. He's like 12 or something, and he's got this brother called Tadashi. They live together with their aunt. Their aunt looks after them because their parents died like years ago, and this is not a spoiler because you find this out like in the first minute of the film. And Hiro's really into this activity called fighting robots, so he goes into this fight games around San Francisco, that's the one, and he just fights robots, and that's a thing that they do, and apparently you can bet on them, and it's just a thing that he's really into. And Tadashi, as his older brother, goes to this university, which is one of the best universities in San Francisco for science, and he sees that his younger brother just isn't really doing much with his life, and so he tries to suggest to him that maybe he should apply to this university. And at first Hiro's like, no, I don't want to do that, I already know everything I need to know, I don't want to go to this university, I'm clever enough already. But then he visits the university and he wants to go there. One of my favourite quotes from the film actually happens there, where he says, I need to go there, otherwise I'll lose my mind, or something along those lines. But the thing is amazing because it just shows his determination. Like, he sees the university, he sees that he really wants to go there, and he says that he will actually literally lose his mind if he doesn't go there. And I think that's really good because he's completely determined, and I wish I had that in me sometimes. It's good to be driven like that. Anyway, without giving too much away, a tragic event happens, and then this villain of some kind takes over San Francisco, and Hiro takes it upon him to try and save the day, basically. And where does Baymax come into place, you ask? Well, Baymax is a robot that was created by Hiro's brother, Tadashi. And yes, he's obviously a big part of the movie, and that's all I'm going to say, but he definitely helps a lot. He helps Hiro a lot, and he helps the story a lot, so yeah. Sorry if I can't say anything more, but I literally don't want to give anything away. So, the film was amazing, like I said. I honestly, I loved it so much that I wanted it to go along. Like, I didn't want it to finish. When it finished, I was like, aw. I could have easily watched at least another half an hour of it or something. It was amazing. It was perfect in my mind. I don't think I'd changed much about it, really. I laughed and cried and laughed and cried and laughed and cried so many times throughout this film. And I mean that in the most literal sense. Like, I literally laughed out loud at some parts of the movie. And then maybe like 2 minutes later, I was crying. Like, really emotional, and trying not to show that I was crying because it was embarrassing. Although Baymax says that it's okay to cry, so maybe I should have just cried. But yeah, I think there was a perfect balance between funny moments in the film, like comedy bits, and emotional, kind of deep moments in the film as well. I loved it. I can't explain to you how much I loved it. I mean, I literally went on a journey with the film and the characters, and an emotional journey as well. And I'm not someone who laughs a lot at films, like laugh out loud, but I genuinely laughed out loud at parts of the film, and a lot of it had to do with Baymax, his character. He's just funny. He's a comedy. There's so much you can do with a character like this. I mean, a big inflatable kind of white robot thing, and his robotic voice, which was so funny, and it just didn't go well with his face and stuff. It was really good. Hiro himself was perfectly done, I think. I loved his hair. I know that's really random, but his hair was really cool, and I know it's a cartoon, but I just loved it. He was cute. He was you really wanted to root for him, he's very likeable. It's very difficult to not like him. And Tadashi, the brother, oh, I loved him as well. I mean, if he was a real person, I'd probably fancy him, but oh, he was so cool. And so nice as well to his younger brother. Like, the relationship between the two brothers was really lovely to see, and very cute. I loved all the scenes between the two of them. All the other people, like, basically, I should have said this, at the university, at the science university that Hiro really wants to go to, Tadashi already has some friends, other, like, science students who are working and studying at that university, and these science people also become heroes' friends, and that's why it's called Big Hero 6, because there's 6 of them. Sorry, I just thought I'd let you know that if you were wondering. And all the friends were done pretty well as well. Some of them were a bit cliche, and I'm not sure I like them, but like Wasabi is one of the characters. He was pretty funny, he had some good moments. There was one guy called Fred. He was a bit annoying, but he was still cute. I mean, they were all quite likeable, so... but the thing is, the film doesn't really focus on the other 5 people. It mainly focuses on Hiro and Baymax. So, and I think I've heard some people complain about that saying that because the film's called Big Hero 6, you should have done a bit more focus on the other characters as well, but I don't think it's necessary. I think it's good that it's mainly about Hiro and Baymax's relationship, and obviously the brother as well. I just loved it. The animation was amazing. Like I said, San Francisco looks amazing. Everything looks amazing. The voice acting, perfect. Everything was just so good. I want to see this film again. In fact, I know it's really weird, and I can't really compare it to Frozen, but I think I might have enjoyed it just that tiny bit more than I enjoyed Frozen the first time I saw it, which says a lot because I loved Frozen. But there's just something quite real about this film. I don't know, it felt quite real and it played with my emotions quite a lot, and it was just nice and heartwarming. It has a lot of heart, this film, so yeah, I definitely recommend it. Go and see it. It's already made a lot of money and it's been out for like a week or something in the UK. Also, on a side note, it was quite cool to hear the voices of Dan and Phil from Amazing Phil and Dan Is Not On Fire YouTubers in the video very briefly. Like, I think that's really cool that the internet and YouTube has got so far now that people who do videos on YouTube and online can go as far as being in Disney films. I think that's amazing, so shout out to them. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you have seen it, let me know what you thought of it. I really want a Baymax. I'm being serious. I want a Baymax, and I can't wait for Baymax to become like a character in Disney parks so I can go and meet him and hug him and everything. But yeah, let me know what you thought of it. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you next time. Bye!